What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Self-Actualized Man. I am your host, Weston Zink, and thank you again for tuning in. So some new updates to the Self-Actualized Man. For one, I apologize, I haven't posted in a while. I have been busy and sick, but I want to let you all know that I started a new content series called The Culture War. In this series, we're going to analyze, discuss, and break down the socio-political and socio-cultural events that are impacting our lives, relationships, families, and shaping society as a whole. If you are not aware of it by now, the West is currently in a culture war, a war of social, political, and cultural ideology that is fundamentally influencing the foundation and evolutionary trajectory of Western society. On one hand, you have the forces of tyranny. These are the progressive Democrats, the warmongering Republicans, the alt-right, Antifa, supremacists of any race, communists, globalists, big tech, and mainstream media. Their endgame is basically total economic, social, and political collapse of the West so they can create a worldwide communist utopia, also known as a New World Order, where individuals no longer have rights to life, liberty, or property, where speech, thoughts, beliefs and behaviors are tightly monitored and controlled. This utopia, as you've probably seen in many movies, is also known as the dystopian nightmare of death, starvation, oppression, and ultimately unrestrained authoritarianism. On the other hand, you have people like QAnon, American patriots, libertarians, and constitutionalists. And as I like to say, any person who has the Americana spirit flowing through their heart and soul. They want all people to be free, to be left alone to raise their family, follow their passions, and lead their lives without being harmed, oppressed, harassed, or infringed upon by others, especially the government. They believe in rugged self-determination, individual responsibility, hard work, and sacrifice, and that no matter what cards you were dealt with in life, you have the capacity and the freedom to create and make something of your life that you're proud of. So I was inspired to kick off this series after witnessing an overwhelming push for political censorship of dissenting opinions, ideas, and beliefs. And I want to start the series off with the orchestrated deplatforming and censoring of Alex Jones and InfoWars. And I'll be upfront with y'all right now. So I like Alex Jones. I like InfoWars. He helped me unplug from the Matrix after 9/11, and yeah, there was a point when time where I thought he was just a dramatic, crazy, angry kook. But as I did my own research into his claims, I found out there are things he says that turn out to be quite and disturbingly true. Anyways, as many of you are aware, on the 6th of August 2018, Alex Jones was removed from Apple, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify within a 12-hour time frame. Naturally, they highlighted hate speech and offensive speech as their rationale and justification for removing Jones entirely from their platforms. With that said, though, this episode isn't going to be about Alex Jones or InfoWars. He is just a canary in the coal mine for what's to come for us all. Over the last several years, we've seen a massive push for the censoring of speech. We've seen the censorship occur on college campuses with Jordan Peterson, Candace Owens, Brett Weinstein. We've seen the demonetization and shadow banning of content creators on YouTube like Stefan Molyneux, Steven Crowder, and Diamond and Silk. We see policies being enacted that criminalize speech by labeling it hate speech, or violent speech, or offensive speech, which is vaguely defined and hypocritically enforced. As of now, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are operating as open platforms, meaning they're not legally liable for content that is posted on their platform. However, they must also treat all content equally. But they are intentionally and directly censoring specific content based on political ideology. By doing this, they legally shift from an open platform to a publisher, which gives them the right to publish content of their choosing, or to not publish content. Fully have the right to do that. However, they also become legally liable for the content they publish. These big tech platforms are trying to have their cake and eat it too. Operate as open platforms to avoid legal liability, but act as publishers in censoring specific political content. So why is free speech important, and why is there a seemingly coordinated effort to silence dissenting voices, particularly on social media? So let's break this down. First off, what is speech? Simply put, speech is oral or written communication information used to facilitate the externalized expression of one's thoughts and emotions. Free speech, as defined in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, prohibits Congress from making any laws that prohibit the free exercise of religion, the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, freedom of peaceful assembly, and freedom to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Basically, guys, the government has no right to infringe upon your right to publicly express your thoughts, beliefs, and ideas, so long as you are not directly threatening the lives of others. To look back through human history, speech, oral or written, has always been a critical foundation for the psychological and societal evolution of humanity. It allows people to exchange ideas, experiences, stories, problems, and solutions with one another, which allows for creativity, innovation, and inspiration to flow through the free marketplace of ideas. This process consequently provokes a shift in human consciousness, which affects the future course of human civilization. Ideas are extremely powerful beyond imagination. Ideas can have and will change the world, either for better or for worse. But an idea only has merit, no matter how good or bad it is, if it can be manifested in physical reality. Imagine if the ideas of Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, Thomas Jefferson, Isaac Newton, Friedrich Nietzsche, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Miyamoto Musashi, and Aristotle simply remained in their mind. If they weren't able to express their knowledge, wisdom, and philosophy with others, their ideas would have died with them, along with the treasures contained within, forever lost. And lastly, free speech is absolutely central to a free society. That is why the Founding Fathers placed it as the First Amendment to the Constitution. It is a fundamental element that helps keep tyranny in check. Evil and the tyranny that it creates has always and will always operate under the cloak of darkness and secrecy. That is why evil invests so heavily in silencing those voices, either through censorship, imprisonment, or death, who seek to expose it. What we have seen with big tech demonetizing, shadow banning, and outright deplatforming dissenting voices and ideas is not random, it's not accidental, and is not coincidental. It is intentional, planned, and a coordinated attack on free speech and the marketplace of free ideas. The internet, particularly social media, are the squares of the modern age. They are places where people gather to share, critique, debate, and exchange thoughts, ideas, problems, solutions, and philosophies. They are the mediums of transmission of knowledge in the information age. We the people cannot and will not let this stand. It doesn't matter what side you are on. Free speech is free speech. And yes, that includes speech that you and I don't like and disagree with, especially dissenting speech, controversial speech, and dangerous speech. America is the last bastion of free speech in the world today. There is no other place in the world, and when I say that, I mean the entire world, where thoughts can be exchanged, debated, shared in the free marketplace of ideas. It doesn't exist anywhere else except in America today. And my favorite part is it is actually illegal for the government to suppress your free speech. You know, there is a reason why America is and always has been the powerhouse of the world. And that, my friends, is because of liberty. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in to another episode of the Self-Actualized Man. As always, I am grateful for all of your support. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. It helps raise the profile of the show, which again, I absolutely appreciate. Also, check out the Self-Actualized Man Facebook page and community to join like-minded men who love dangerous freedom and are proactive in optimizing their lifestyles and maximizing their God-given potential. Because believe me, guys, right now, more than ever, we need men to come alive. We need men to wake up. We need to have men reignite that fire within their heart, mind, and soul. So stand up for free speech, guys. Speak your mind. Be truthful in your words and stand by them, because if you don't, these tyrannical jackoffs will gladly take it from us all. Until next time, warriors, peace.
Rock with Liberace flash, punk rock the class, boy bands are trash. I like Johnny Cash and Grandmaster Flash, Flash, Flash.